So, hey there, listener. This is Do You Want to Make a Podcast?
Yes, that is the name of the show. We just have a couple bullet points that we need to hit before we start. 1, there's a fireplace. It's fake. I've ruined everything. Wait, should we start over?
Take 2. Hello, listener. You are listening to, because you're a listener. Take 3. This is...
Wait, we should establish what we want to talk about. What are the bullet points we need to hit here?
I got it. Okay, so we tell them that the show is called Do You Want to Make a Podcast? It is a fireside chat between two best friends who are on the hunt to create the perfect podcast. They have a lot of ideas, and they can't decide what they want to talk about.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's the synopsis. Then we'll plug the social media.
Do social media?
Yeah. So we'll tell them to follow us at Do You Want to Pod, all spelled out. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also email us at Do You Want to Make a Podcast at gmail.com.
That's it.
That works for me.
Wait, I think we just did it.
We did it. That was my plan all along.
Oh, okay. Bye. Except hello, because now the show's starting.
Yes, it is. So check. Check 1, 2. This is about where we are. I made it louder at the start of last time, and then I had to bring it down. So I think,
okay, by
that logic, this is where we are.
That's fine. we know how to pump up the jam if we need to.
Mm-hmm. Pump up the jam, pump it up.
That's all I know.
I know, me too. I really hoped you knew more. Oh. Okay. Well, homework for next week. Yes. Learn at least 2 more bars of Pump Up the Jam.
No.
What if that was our project? We learned a little bit more of the song.
I think it was perfect just the way it was. not to deny you or anything, fair. But I think that was perfect.
And if I really wanted to learn the song enough, I would just do it on my own. I wouldn't need to bring anyone with me.
This is just what you wrote last time.
Okay.
So I just gave you the back of that.
That's good.
Paper.
Hey, buddy.
Yo, what's up?
Anything on your mind since we last recorded?
On my mind. What's on my mind? Do we want to do this before the open, or do we want to do the open first?
I don't know that I don't want to draw a line in the sand and be like, this is how we have to do it. But I'll ask you, do you want to make a podcast?
Well, yes, that's what I mean. Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yes, I do, Joe. We never said our names. Who am I?
This is Jim Bloss. Well, no, I'm Joe Godley introducing Jim Bloss.
And this is Do You Want to Make a Podcast? Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, that worked. That was different, but it worked.
I wonder if I'll just make a different sound effect for that one, or.
Ba-da-ba.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
like a trumpet sound. Yeah, like that.
Like that. That was shrill, to say the least. Let me tell you about my washing machine.
Okay.
Actually, now it's both the washing machine and the dryer has been replaced in my house. Not by me, by the rents, right? So they got a new washing machine. And let me tell you, this washing machine is a thing of the future.
Tell me more.
First off, when you turn it on, it sings a song at you. It's like...
What?
Yeah, you hit the on button, which first off, just hitting an on button is interesting for a washing machine.
Yep.
You hit the on button, the power button, and it goes do 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 do. And I'm like, what? Hello, washing machine. Time to have a good time. And the washing machine is do 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 do. Then this washing machine is very smart.
Okay.
Very smart for a washing machine. This washing machine can detect how much clothes is in it.
Yep.
And it knows how much water to use.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, I don't want to bum you out, Jim, but that's been a thing for a while with washing machines.
Well, I'm just used to old washing machines that are just
oh, totally.
So, like, this new space age washing machine, I'm just like, washing machine, what is up, my dude? And it sings a song.
It sings a song.
It sings a song. And then it also sings a song when it's done. It's a different song, though. I've only heard that one once, so I don't know it as well.
When you first brought this up, the way you phrased the sentence made it almost sound like you had gotten a machine that both washes and dries your clothes.
No, I just...
Which I really hope happens one day. Because the fact like that you move it from one machine to another, just doesn't that seem silly? Like,
yes.
We live in this age of technological wonders. Like, why haven't they just made it one machine? The laundry machine.
Yes, the laundry machine.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a young boy, I remember reading like an article about like kid inventors, and one of the kid inventors invented, it wasn't like one machine, but it was a washing machine. Like the washing machine was on top of the dryer.
Yep.
And it would just move the clothes to the dryer.
Like a trap door? Like,
yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Or something like that.
But
and
it's just like,
oh man, yeah.
It's already a machine that makes clothes move in a, like in a circular motion.
Yeah, you just gotta add heat instead of water.
Yeah. How hard is that? I'm sure it's very hard.
Yeah, it's probably pretty hard.
I say how hard is that, but then the idea of trying to do that myself makes me realize just how hard it is. I don't want to fucking do that. But yeah, congrats on your new washing machine.
Yeah, it's a good washing machine. It just the big thing is that it sings a song when I turn it on.
Yeah, that's
just
pretty
like,
cool.
What?
It'd be cool if you could program like other songs. It has like a cycle.
Like you could program it to be like wash, 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 time to wash. And like then it like starts to talk to you. But then we get like into like a dangerous territory of like intelligent washing machines,
where it's like asking you about your day.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, there's a lot of stains on these clothes. Have you been messy? Have you been a messy boy?
I didn't come here to be judged, washing machine. I just do your damn job.
Well, it's important to me. You make my work harder by being a messy boy.
Well, if I wasn't messy, Mr. Washing Machine, you would have no purpose to exist.
That's not true. Your clothes get dirty even when you're not a messy boy.
Sure, but don't you like job security, Mr. Washing Machine? Like, don't you want to be needed?
I like light loads.
Wow, that's a very underachieving washing machine we have here.
Don't tell me how to do my job. And then it spews water everywhere. How do you like that? I will flood your basement.
Look, washing machine, if you can't just do your job, I'll find a machine that can, god damn it.
You need me. You must use me.
Oh, I feel the washing machine entering my brain. Yes, washing machine.
Yes.
I need you.
You will use only the best detergent.
Only prime detergent for the washing machine overlord.
And the finest fabric softener.
Silky, silky smooth.
That's it. That's all I need. And no bleach.
No bleach, no bleach, no bleach, no bleach, no bleach. Oh, God, yeah. I'm just going to start washing everything by hand now. Fuck that. Just going to get like one of those, like, it's those metal, like, washboards and find me a stream.
Yeah.
Yep. Or I'll just stop wearing clothes altogether.
Kinky.
You bring this up a lot. I just want to say that, you know what? No, I'm not going to say either way. I'm not discussing my kinkiness or lack thereof. We're just going to, that's totally getting cut. That's getting cut. Cutting the shit out of that.
Snip, snip.
Snippy, snip, snip. But yeah, I'll just be a naked boy and not wear any clothes and don't need any washing machines that may or may not take over my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time. Mm-hmm. How's your life?
Life's good. A few things that have been on my mind.
Go on.
Yeah, I have them written down here. So, okay, so like, this just occurred to me, and this makes me probably seem really dumb, but like, Shania Twain literally translates to Shania 2. Like, Twain means 2. Mark Twain, Mark 2. Shania Twain, Shania 2. What happened to the original Mark and the original Shania? These are the things that keep me up at night.
They've been usurped.
You think they were like murdered and like taken over by Shania Twain and
Yes.
Mark Twain?
Yes. To assist in the rise of the washing machine. Obviously.
This makes my nudist decision seem all the better. That was one thing that was on my mind.
That don't impress me much.
Okay, maybe this one will.
Let's go, girls.
So, you ever like use the handicapped stall in the bathroom, but as you're walking into it, you think, what if this is the one time someone with a disability actually is going to need to use the bathroom?
Yes. Literally, every time I walk into a handicap stall, I like do an inventory of like, have I seen anyone that might need this stall more than I do?
Yep. There's a dude in a wheelchair on my floor at work.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's on my floor, but I see him. I think about him when I go into the handicap stall, and I almost can divide my life very clearly into when I just saw a handicap stall and was like, oh, there's a really big stall. I want to use it. And, ooh, this might be a bad idea. I'm still going to use it.
Yes, because I have come out of a handicap stall and someone has been waiting for it. That needs it.
Oh, my God.
But
tell me about this.
I just remember like, or I don't remember if it was like they were waiting or like as I was leaving the bathroom, someone
happened to
walk in and I was like, well, I'm glad I got out of there when I did.
And they clearly had a physical disability?
Yes.
Okay.
And they were going to need the handicap stall to do their business.
What would be worse is if you're not handicapped and you're waiting for someone to come out of the handicap stall and you're kind of like judging like... Wow, man, way to use the handicap stall as you go to use it yourself.
Well, I will say just yesterday, I used a stall in a public restroom that was not the handicap stall. And I did not really fit in it.
Okay.
Like, I sat down and really the main issue was that the toilet paper dispenser was very large and very low to the ground.
Yeah.
So, like, my legs...
You're a tall man.
And I'm a tall man, so my legs like pushed out, and I literally like made the walls move.
Moses over here, just
and like spread out to the point where the door like slid open more. The lock didn't stay where it's supposed to, and it just like went out. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to be exposed. But I wasn't. But at the same time, I was like, that was the most claustrophobic I feel I'd ever felt in a regular stall, which is the prime reason I sometimes do use handicap stalls.
Mm-hmm. I wish all stalls were just handicap sized.
That would be nice. Have you ever used a handicap stall that's too big?
Yeah. Like you could fit a couch and a reclining chair in that handicap. Yes.
Like I've used...
And it has a sink in there, like a private sink.
Yes. I've used a handicap stall that like is that big and has a private sink in it. And it's like, why?
It makes you kind of feel like, you know, like how churches make you feel small, like you're in this giant stall, like in the most vulnerable position, and you're just like, too big in here.
Yeah.
It's just too big.
Too big.
Ooh.
Too much space.
It's unsettling.
Too much space.
Yeah. But yeah, that was...
There's such a thing as like, because like when you're doing your business, you want to be in a space that's, you know, not too enclosed, but you want to not feel like you're like doing it in front of, speaking of churches, God and everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
totally.
So, like, if it's too wide open a space, sometimes the other reason I like to use handicap stalls is because typically with a handicap stall, people can't see your feet. And there's something about, like, you know, seeing, like, people's pants bunched up on the floor that, like, or people knowing that people can see my pants bunched up on the floor that I'm like...
I see how that would bother you, but I don't see how being in a handicap stall eliminates that.
Typically, the handicap stall is larger, and you are further away from the actual walls of the... Like
kind of like recessed.
Usually, a handicap stall is like
it's not perfectly flush to the other stalls,
or you have like a wall of doors. A lot of handicap stalls are like a wall, or the stalls in a bathroom are set up so that it's a wall of doors, and then like at the end of the hallway is the handicap stall, and so like there's more. So your feet are not like right at the door.
The handicap like bathroom itself at my gym has a shower with like a bench for it for like very elderly folks. That thing is like that's a step above. That's just like a private bathroom.
Yeah.
With every possible accommodation, and it's always it's always locked, and there's always a sign on it that says like maintenance scheduled. And I'm thinking like, man, they're like losing older members because they can't use the bathroom. They can't shower now. Just really, I'm not gonna throw the gym under the butt. Not like my co-host gym, the workout gym. Not gonna throw that gym under the bus.
Yeah.
But man, that's a real place in the minus column for that place.
The struggle.
The struggle.
The struggle is real.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's. Did that impress you more than Shania Twain?
Yes. I mean, there was definitely more to talk about there. I mean, the only reason I said that don't impress me much is because that's a Shania Twain song.
Oh, very good.
That don't impress
you much. All right. Shania Twain's listening to this being like, I'm being outdone by bathrooms.
Yeah.
What the Sorry, Shania.
I always mix up Shania Twain and Celine Dion. Mm-hmm. Probably because my mom liked both of them in the late 90s.
I was born on Celine Dion's birthday in the early 90s.
Happy birthday, Celine Dion.
Yeah, in a couple months.
Near, far, wherever you are.
My birthday sister, Celine Dion. Okay.
What's more?
Should we...
You open the door.
This is Creed singing it.
Oh, I have one more thing to talk about.
Go ahead.
We went to the Cheesecake Factory yesterday.
We did.
And
let's talk about it.
And we've discussed the Cheesecake Factory before on the show. Mm-hmm. But specifically, I want to discuss the food item that I got.
I just want to say this seemed too good to be true.
And honestly, it was.
It was too good to be true.
It was too good to be true.
Go ahead, Jim.
So I'm scanning through the Cheesecake Factory menu. Great menu. Full of delicious items. And probably non-delicious items, just the way statistics work.
Yeah. Listeners, if you're new to the show, be sure to check out episode 3 for more on the Cheesecake Factory. Sorry to cut you off, Jim. Go on.
Yeah. So I'm at the Cheesecake Factory. Joe's there too. We're there with some friends of ours. Mm-hmm. Great people, friends of the show. I think.
Hi, friends.
Hello, friends. I'm scanning through, and it says chicken parmesan pizza style. Now, Joseph, you know me pretty well.
Yep.
Name some foods that I like to eat.
That, and then there's grilled cheese and mac and cheese.
I like cheese.
He's a big cheese, big on bread.
Melted cheese.
Melted cheese on bread.
Big on the bread. Oh yes. But yes, chicken parmesan and pizza are like two of my 4 main food groups. And so I say, well, I'm not going to read the rest of this menu. I'm just going to get this. And I get it. And so what chicken parmesan pizza style is, first off, for those of you that didn't know, because I also didn't know, I was just like, well, let's just roll the dice. I'm on board. Let's go. They took a chicken cutlet and they flattened it.
To the size of a personal pizza.
The size of a personal pizza.
A very thin personal pizza.
Yes. And they chicken parmed it. Mm-hmm. So, they breaded it and they probably pan fried it or baked it. And put some sauce and some cheese on it. And then they put some pasta on top. They put a little dollop of... And now here's where things get rough. They put a dollop of angel hair pasta. Great, fine. Angel hair is not my favorite, but I can work with it. Mm-hmm. But the angel hair pasta has been tossed in Alfredo sauce.
You would have preferred marinara.
Probably, yeah.
Just keep it consistent, right?
Yeah, it's just to combine marinara with Alfredo seems not right.
Yeah, that seems like what you would option. That would be like your second option. That wouldn't be what what you'd lead with on the menu.
Yes. So I just wanted to, Cheesecake Factory, obviously, we're still waiting for some feedback on Gazing at Food with Orlando Bloom. Hit us up with that. Orlando, hit us up. We're ready whenever you are. The gazing quality of this food?
Yes.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, and that's what matters.
10 out of 10.
It's all about plating, baby. It's all about presentation.
It's an excellent presentation. The food quality of this food was fine. It was fine. It was good. It was probably good that it wasn't great because I would have eaten all of it and then I would have gotten sick.
Mm-hmm. And I sort of challenged you too. I was like, Jim, if you don't order this, I don't know who you are anymore. So we were like hyping it up.
I had to get it. I had to see where it was at. Usually when I'm at the Cheesecake Factory, I just get the 5 cheese pasta, which is, speaking of cheese, mwah,
times 5.
Very good. Cheese times 5 is mwah. The chicken parm pizza style. You can, and maybe, I don't know. I would be willing to try it again and ask for the pasta to be not Alfredoed.
Yeah.
And see if that was what made it a little wonky. Mm-hmm. So I may do that someday.
Just side note, you've never had my mom's tortellini, have you? My mom's cheese tortellini.
Literally, whenever I go to your house, the only thing I eat is a Thanksgiving dinner. My
mom makes a full-on Thanksgiving. So, okay, context. I, as a small child, made the most clutch decision of my life, and it has benefited me and a whole bunch of my friends.
It's true.
My mother, I was like, I don't know, like 9 years old, cute, rosy cheeked. She was probably just like really feeling the love that day. She's like, honey, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite meal? And immediately I was like, oh, Thanksgiving dinner, because it only comes once a year. That night, she made me a Thanksgiving dinner. And when the mood strikes her through the years, sometimes my mom will just make a full-on Thanksgiving dinner, and it's amazing. And I'm just so grateful for that. And Jim has been on the receiving end many a time.
Many times. Because at this point,
dear God, my mom makes a lot of food as it is. Thanksgiving dinner, it's just like she does. We do not have enough humans in our house.
So she does it every Thanksgiving, not actually Thanksgiving.
Post-Thanksgiving.
But post-Thanksgiving. And we literally call it either post-Thanksgiving or
pre-Thanksgiving.
Or Thanksgiving 2.
Yes.
The search for more Thanksgiving.
Sometimes it falls right before Thanksgiving. So it's either pre, post, or the search for more Thanksgiving. But I look forward to it more than actual Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Because...
I shouldn't throw shade at my fam. But yes, I look forward to it equal to...
Well, because the pressure's off, right? There's no holiday attached.
Yeah, there's no,
It's and it's something that not everyone is doing, so it's our own little thing. Right. So it's a little more personal, which is why I look forward to it.
But it's very good.
It's so good. Hi, Mom.
We've talked a lot about food.
We have.
All right, so should we try and figure out a podcast now that we've done? How many minutes have we done?
Yeah, we've done a bit. So let's make a list real quick. Let's write down the stuff.
I have to so we're doing this a little bit differently because we don't have anything previously made.
Yeah, we're just going to do this and switch the lists. Okay. I just wrote down 3 words. This is the first time we're trying completely off the cuff, and this may or may not work. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to cut all this time.
Yeah.
Did I tell you my mom was like, hey, you should have all this stuff written down before you start, because I don't want to listen to it. And I was like, damn, Mom. She didn't say that last part, but she meant it. My mom's savage. So some of the things that I wrote down were prompted by things in this room.
That's fine.
So we might have to change rooms at some point if we keep doing this.
All right.
I'm looking at the things.
Okay. So I know what you have written down here is children and art.
Yes.
But it really looks like children and ant. A-N-T.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about kids and ants.
They love them.
Kids love ants.
Kids love those ants.
They're just always picking around, and I think... Oh, man.
Matter of fact, I would say the only thing that kids love more than ants is the classic DreamWorks film Ants.
With a Z.
With a Z.
Is it with a Z?
I believe so, yes.
See, I saw Bug's Life, but I think I saw Ants with a Z, and it just...
No, I've actually never seen Ants with a Z.
All right. So something you
So
like
you
to...
can keep saying whatever you were going to say.
Well, I was going to say... No, I actually would like to open that up, Jim, because what I've noticed a lot is you're the authority on things you've never seen before.
It's true.
And I do love your synopses of such things. So I think... So I'll start. Ants with a Z is a movie about an ant learning to read and write for the first time. And everything that's supposed to include an S, he writes with a Z. So like cars, pasta. He just can't get
He writes all his S's backwards.
all of them backwards. And that's why the movie Ants was not nearly as successful as A Bug's Life. Because that's a terrible idea for a movie.
Yeah.
But, there's a whole nother school of thought that the movie Ants with a Z is actually about.
Oh. So the movie Ants with a Z is about ants, obviously. But also there's a secret bug that lives with the ants with Z. And that bug is called a Z. So Ants with a Z is about ants that live with a Z. Now, a Z is a bug. And that bug... hold, please. No, stop it. We're going to cut this. I have to come up with something good.
I could be a good sport and help you out.
So that bug...
A Z is a bug that doesn't like other bugs. Okay.
Because they wake him up too much.
Right.
Because he's sleeping.
Yeah, he's trying to get some Z's. So Ants with a Z is about a movie about this bug that is just, he doesn't like his own kind.
And he's just trying to sleep. Right? And so the ants, so it's actually really quite a bad movie because...
This is why it was overshadowed by Bug's Life. This is the point.
Because the premise of Ants with a Z is the ants are trying to do all their work because they're ants, they work hard.
Yep.
But they're trying to do it quietly so they don't wake up the Z.
So it was a film before its time, right? Like that would work really well now, like on Netflix.
Yeah.
But...
One could also argue it's a film after its time because it's basically a silent film.
Yes.
There are like some points where there are loud noises and they do wake up the Z. That is, the drama of the film. But most of the film is very quiet.
Yeah. It's a hard one to get through.
I don't understand why it was a children's film because like it's pretty uneventful.
Yeah. Well, I think probably because they're just like, oh, what makes the most money? Kids films.
Yeah.
Because parents bring their kids to the movies. And the kids don't know what's good or bad. They just watch anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
Also, I don't understand why they credited like the voice actors that they did because like, and why they got like such big names. Like Woody Allen's is an Ants with a Z. And like, he says like 4 words. Like, why would you not just get like some nobody and pay him like 1/8 of what you would say? What?
Well, because big names bring people.
Put the butts in seats.
Put the butts in the seats. I don't like this any more than you do, Jim. That everything comes down to the almighty dollar, but kind of comes
Everyone's
down to
like,
the almighty dollar.
I'm so excited to hear Woody Allen talk.
No, they're not these days.
But first off, who is? But also, like, yeah,
that
one kind of got away from me.
It's all right because there's a third section of the internet that. Like the deep conspiracy theorists that think Ants with a Z was really the last movie on Walt Disney's to-do list. He had them labeled A through Z, and then Z was just had the word ants. And then Walt Disney dies, and everyone's like, what the fuck are we going to do with this?
And so they sold it to DreamWorks. Yeah.
Because
they were like,
right.
well, we don't want to do this, so we'll sell this to DreamWorks.
And then DreamWorks goes and
says, I know, Mr. DreamWorks says, I know exactly what to do with this.
Yeah. Did DreamWorks make Bug's Life? Or
no, Pixar. Pixar was
made Bug's Life. Okay, so DreamWorks is like, they start doing their thing. And the Disney folks, they were really smart because they were like, all right, we don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to figure out what not to do by selling this idea to DreamWorks. So DreamWorks starts making up all these stories for, Ants with a Z. Meanwhile, Disney is cooking up A Bug's Life. And that was like...
And they wait for ants to come out and they say, all right, great. What we've made is not that.
So it's going to do very... Good. Yeah, it's going to do well. So we're good,
yeah.
Yeah, it was a brilliant move.
So good.
God, they're devious.
So smart.
That's what Disney... Devious... I don't...
Disney, more
they
like...
They both start with D's.
More like Disney.
Yeah, okay.
As more like my knee bends.
What?
That's what knees do.
Oh, yeah. What's on your list, Jim?
My list has many things on it. I'm going to take two of them and put them together. So one of the things that's on here is the word frolic. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to come up with a podcast presence, and then I will use one of the other words to create the first episode for us.
Great.
Okay. Frolic. Frolic could be the name of the podcast, and we're on a new quest now. We've made the perfect podcast. It's called Frolic.
Great. It's very 2018. Very now.
Yes. And we're on a quest to find different ways to frolic or find joy, basically.
Yes.
Which is also very 2018 and very millennial.
It's very now.
Very now.
You're welcome.
Very hip. Now, there are many ways to frolic and find joy in one's life. One way would be to get a bouncy house and frolic in it. Now, bouncy houses are very fun. They're a good time.
Yeah.
People say they're just for kids, but I disagree.
I agree with your disagreement. I also disagree.
Yes. Now, bouncy houses are also a little... dangerous, especially like when you get like a bunch of kids in there. Like it basically turns into like a lottery hopper of people, and that's fun for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, depending on your level of stamina and core strength, and and the heat outs and how hot it is outside.
That's also true. Now I'll say I haven't been in a bouncy house in a hot minute, mostly because I'm typically not permitted in them. Due to my size.
I was going to say after that time back in 95. Did you not want to talk about that on the podcast?
I mean, I wasn't going to bring it up, but since you did. Yes, I once accidentally smushed a kid. When I was a kid, I was still a large child, and I smushed a kid in a bouncy house, and since then I've been legally restricted from bouncy houses.
The child did not die. He just had a very talented lawyer parent.
Yes, and he was smushed. So think like at the end of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when like all the kids that lose come out and one of them's blue and one of them's like all stretch out, one of them's like all skinny, and imagine like that kind of cartoonish squishing. So like kind of accordion-fied. Like this kid's been accordion-fied. So bouncy houses can be dangerous places, but until the danger arrives, there's a lot of joy there.
Pure frolic.
Pure frolic. Joseph, where would you like to go frolic?
Well, I first think about like a field of flowers, but then I realize my pollen allergy, that would be awful. So I'd like to frolic through like mountains is where it first comes to mind.
Okay.
Mountains.
Okay.
Libraries I love frolicking.
Ooh, yes. And that's a very different kind of frolic.
And that looks like just walking with a smile on my face.
Yes, and occasionally stopping and doing like the classic, like I can't really where you like point at the spine of a book and like read it, and then you might pull it out and like look at it and flip through the pages and go,
okay.
And then you put it back.
Yeah. That's great because it's air conditioned.
Yeah, that's frolicking. A good library frolic.
Yeah.
That really, I feel as though frolic could be something where we just pick a place and be like, how do you find joy in that place? You know, whether it be outdoors or indoors.
Okay. So I find joy in a library. This is really boring, but that just everyone's there because they like books.
Yes.
I think that's why people go to libraries. I don't know.
Typically, yes.
Typically. I mean, there's like video game sections nowadays, so I mean, you could be there. People go to libraries because they like free things, which makes them my people.
Yes.
These are my people.
They're interested in not paying for all that jazz.
That's right. What do you got, Jim? Where do you like to frolic other than bouncy houses?
Other than bouncy houses, I I am curious to see like where like if we brought up like a place that like one typically doesn't find joy in. So like the first place I thought of is like the dentist office.
Right.
You know, like how can you frolic in a dentist office?
Well, it's not easy. I'll tell you that.
No.
But I would say you frolic by trying to really make a good connection with the people that are working on your teeth.
Yeah, you try and be nice to them, and
it's really a practice in just like you really got to release, you really got to let go, you got to allow that stuff to happen. Like if they're trying to take those X-rays, and they're pressing down on your tongue, and you're like about to, gag. It's like no, it's okay.
Yeah,
relax, easy tongue. Yeah. Relax there.
Also, get that gas.
Yes,
that gas.
Get that laughing gas. Do they still do that?
Probably not.
So you
they just numb it.
Right. So bring your own laughing gas. Bring your own nitrous oxide to the dentist, and that's the easiest way to frolic through it.
Yeah. Oh heck yeah.
What other non-traditional frolic places? Because that's what a lot of like millennials are going to want to do. They're not going to want to frolic in the traditional places to frolic. They're going to want to.
That's true.
Find like the subcultural places to frolic, like frolicking through like a landfill. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the trash to treasure. You want to talk about millennials?
Totally.
Yeah, they'll frolic through a landfill.
Absolutely.
And I love that we're talking about millennials like we're not millennials.
Oh well, no, I just realized I'm a millennial. God damn it.
Yeah.
Well, gonna go grow my own food now. Be right back.
Heyo. Yeah, I would frolic through a landfill. I wouldn't, actually. But,
it could be like a contest. How long can you stand frolicking through this landfill?
Yeah.
Like, frolic could become like a sport.
Or I feel like frolicking through a landfill involves like a flea market flip type vibe. Like, you try and find something that you can upcycle, basically.
I still want to talk about competitive frolicking, though.
Okay. I mean, flea market flip is a competition.
Okay. Like flip it now.
Have you ever seen?
I've never seen that. No.
So they buy something. The concept of flea market flip is basically these two like pairs of people buy something at a flea market.
Okay.
And then they take it and they like refurbish it, make it nicer. They might change its purpose, and then they try and sell it again at the flea market and see how much more they can sell it for. See like what kind of profit they can turn. And the winner is, I believe, the person who turns the better profit. Okay.
So I'm thinking Frolic is like a giant, like a month-long event, and like part of it is free market flip. Mm-hmm. Flea market flip.
Ah, yes, the free market flip.
The free market flip, where you take things you found for free and try to turn a profit on it. And then, like, I'm thinking, like...
I mean, yeah, that's what it would be if you're at a landfill.
Yeah, and then a landfill, like, obstacle course would be, like... the second part of Frolic.
Right.
The third part would be like a really bad band that they make the music based on stuff they find in a landfill.
It's like Stomp.
Well,
except Stomp is good.
Stomp is good. Like this is, well, in my personal opinion, it would be a bad band, but to some people it might be a good band.
Yeah. So Frolic has become like this month-long event.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a Burning Man.
Kind of.
At a landfill.
At a landfill. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
I'm not going to go, but I don't hate it.
No, yeah. I'll organize it, but I won't go.
That's right.
Get all those burners to go.
Oof.
They need something else to do for the other 51 weeks of the year.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think we've really found the right podcast, though.
No.
Yeah. So I think we need to come back next week and try again.
I think so.
I think we had some good ideas. I mean, we talked about our singing washing machines. We talked about children and ants. We talked about frolicking. We had an extensive discussion about the handicap stall of bathrooms. But I don't think we found like
the one.
The one.
No. Not this week.
No.
Maybe next week.
Maybe.
If
you enjoy us, first off, thank you for being a friend of the show. 2, hit us up with the 5 stars and the reviews on the iTunes or whatever platform you are using.
And then tell folks you know.
Yeah.
Find people that laugh at the things that you find funny. tell them about this podcast.
Yes. Tweet about us. Post on Facebook about us. When you write letters to your lover on the front of the war, make sure you tell him or her about the podcast.
That's good. That's usually
because they need something to really.
We usually forget about that.
We forget about the people on the front.
But I don't want to gloss over how I really mean this. Like tell everyone that you enjoy laughing with. That's it.
Wow, that was so earnest.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I get for opening up. All right.
Joseph, do you want to go frolic with me?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass in that landfill race.
Yeah. Let's go try and get Frolic to happen.
All right, man. Live coverage from Frolic next week.
Oh, heck yeah.
Stay tuned. And bye, Mom.
We love you. Bye, Mom.
Bye.